Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video, and this time we have an in-game Star Citizen event. It is the Invictus launch week, and this is the second biggest event that I think you should participate, and it's free fly. So before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow, and let's check out Invictus launch week. Now, first thing first, in order to play Star Citizen, you just need to create an RSI account, download the game client, launch the game, done. And Invictus launch week is one of the biggest event, or it's a big event with an in-game activity. That's right, you get to visit the convention. And at the same time, there is, what do you call this? There is a fleet flyby at the end of the event. And it's one of those things, if you get to participate and see it, or if you get to catch it, it's great. It's just very nice. And of course, when we have free fly, which means we have starter packs. And before we go there, like, the event is actually quite cool. It's cool. And this year, celebration at Barrick Convention Center, Area 18, Art Corp. Yeah. This is one of those things that I love Star Citizen, right? They literally make it as an event, or rather a convention, akin to real life convention. Not just some simple, celebration, banner here and there, and then done, which most game does these days. Except for some big MMO games out there, right? Where actually you have something to do, but usually it's just a special vendor. But no, Star Citizen make it as an event for you to visit. And that's why I love it. So that's that. A lot of details over here, but most important part is discounted starter pack. Now a quick PSA, because you only need starter pack to play the game, and that's it. What I'm going to go through later, all the ship prices, you don't need to buy, right? Every ship you can buy in the game by just playing the game. All you need is just a starter pack, or rather just the game package, right? So in this case, the Avenger Titan at $63. So basically you need the Star Citizen digital download, and then the rest is just extra, right? So that's the best part about Star Citizen. The only difference is the ships. They do sell ships, and do note, those ships that they sell or that you pledge is to help to fund the development of Star Citizen. And that's it, right? And that's how I see it. So now the question is, which discounted starter pack to pick? Avenger Titan. In my opinion, the Avenger Titan is the golden child of all starter ship. And in fact, it is the gold standard starter ship in the game. It's not just here and there, it's literally in the game. It's the best possible ship that you can get with a relatively cheaper price. Right, in this case $63, which is not bad. Sure, $45 has more savings, but the Pisces is still great. If you're gonna go as cheap as you can, that's also not a issue. The only difference is Avenger Titan packs a little bit more punch, and it can do much more versus the Pisces. That's how I put it. And the best part is you don't need to make a decision now. You can play the game for free starting on May 19 till May 30th, and you will receive an Aegis Avenger Titan. So yeah, I would say play the game. If you like it, then only get the starter pack. Very simple, right? Very simple. So it's available until June 1st. So try the game first. Make sure you like it, make sure you feel it, and then if you like it, then that's it. Pick a starter ship. Next, we're going to go for the event schedule. Now, I'm not going to go through too much of them because they have a lot of things to go through, and this video is going to be a bit too long if I go all of them. So we're going to go to today's manufacturer, today's exhibition for the MISC, Mirai, and Crusader Industry. And of course, the next one, we have Aegis Dynamics, Anvil Aerospace, Tumbler Land System, Robert Space Industry, Origin Jumpworks, Consolidated Outland, Agro Astronautics, Drake Interplanetary, Finale, where you can buy all the ships, right? The day that all ships are available for sale, and it's your last chance to pick up. That's how I put it. And Salute the Fleet. This is the one that you want to attend, right? In game, not just the website. In game, because you get to see all this cool stuff. Okay, so let's start off with the MISC for today's exhibition, right? And we have the Freelancer MISC at $175, the Razer EX $155, the Reliant Tana $75, and lastly the Starfarer Gemini for $340. And before you say, hey, these ships are way too overpriced, the answer is yes and no, because most of these ships is priced in a way where instead of having a tier like Kickstarter and all those crowdfunding, this is how they crowdfund their game, right? Which is selling ships. Or rather, you pledge certain amount and then in return, they give you a ship. Think of this way. So in this case, now we're going to go through some of the ships. The Freelancer Mist is a nice ship to fly. In fact, it was my daily driver. And if you like lots and lots of missile, the Freelancer Mist is actually a decent pick for $175. The Razer EX is technically a competition or racing ship or racing chassis, and then it has the EX variant, which gives it a little bit more stealthy. At $155, this ship is a bit hard to recommend for, even if you're a normal player out there, this ship is a little bit tough to recommend unless you are pure speed demon or pure space speed demon. Then this ship is actually not bad. Not bad at all. Plus, it looks cool. It looks like a space F1. That's how I put it. Now, the Reliant Tana is a little bit on an odd place. It is not the worst, but it's not the best. At $75, you got better options out there, personally speaking. This I would say this is one of those ships that you would want to buy in-game and have some variety. That's it. But if you're going to spend cash, a bit hard to recommend this guy. Next, we have the Starfarer Gemini, the most expensive ship for the MISC at $340. This is a refueling ship. This is the only ship, I'm going to say variant, but Starfarer is the only brand out there that can do a proper refueling. There are another one out there, but Starfarer is the way to go. And if you are playing a big organization, a big fleet, the Starfarer Gemini is a no-brainer. Because Starfarer Gemini has more armor, which is great. And right now, I don't have confirmation yet, but they did say the fuel pod can be swapped to a cargo pod. But I don't have any confirmation. That's the small little thing that I have to put across. Because if it does, actually this ship is kind of worth picking up, right? It does refueling and it does cargo hauling. So any ship that fulfills two roles, I would say it's a good pick. That's that. All right, next we're going to move to Crusader Industry. Now, Crusader Industry is the new kid in the block previously. And yeah, now it's Mirai. Mirai's turn is the new kid on the block. And now we're going to look at Crusader Industry first because Mirai is a whole level of awesomeness. And let's start off with the A1 Spirit. It's a bomber variant for the A1 version. No, not say A1, on the Spirit. Because Crusader is a bit different because they have their, so this is their model and A1 is their variant. So Spirit is it's the bomber variant. $175. This ship is again hard to recommend. The A2 Hercules, this is a bomber variant of the Hercules chassis or the Hercules hull. $750 special upgrade offer. Yikes! You know what? I don't know what to say. This is an expensive bomber at $750. Yes, it's, even though I like internet spaceship, but $750, it's a bit too much for me, especially for the A2 Hercules. So yeah, you know what? No comments, but I can't recommend. Next, we have the Ares Inferno and the Ares Ion at $250. All right, price point. If you say price point wise, I think it's okay-ish. But I would say you can get more ship with $250. Now, the nice part about the Ares is that it's a capital ship killer. The Ion is the laser, and the Inferno is the ballistic. And in this case, this kind, Ares Inferno, Ares Ion. Okay, they changed their naming a little bit, which I don't like. They could say Inferno Ares, but it doesn't make sense, right? So Ares Inferno, Ares Ion. in my opinion, if you want to do a bit more PvE solo pilot, and player versus environment content, I think the Ares Ion is a decent pick. I flew this ship. I love it, but as a daily driver, this ship is not that great. Not that great. But at the same time, it's also a capital ship killer, so you don't really have a lot of targets out there. Next, we have the C2 Hercules and the M2 Hercules. Now, the C2 variant is a cargo version. The M2 is a bit more armor, a bit more pew-pew, and the A2 is a bomber variant. And if you look at the price tags, $520, $400. If I were to pick any of the Hercules chassis or the Hercules hull, I would take the C2 variant all day long because it can carry a lot more cargo, it can carry 2 tanks, and most importantly, it can carry lots and lots of stuff from Mirai. And I'm gonna tell you later. But for now, if you really want to pick any of the Crusader ships, the C2 Hercules I think is the best. It fulfills the role as a cargo hauler, it fulfills the role as a transport, it can do some light PvE action, but again, very light because this ship is terrible when it comes to handling. Ugh. Next, we're going to move on to the Mercury Star Runner at $260. Now, this ship is nice, it's great, it's cool, and fortunately, it falls flat when you are flying solo. And in fact, in general, because this is a smuggling ship per se, so I don't know. This ship is nice. Personally speaking, I love this ship. Right? I love this ship, but its usage for its price point, it's one of those ships that I say, you know what? There are better options out there. Much better options out there, unfortunately. But again, the Mercury Star Runner is kind of cute. Okay, yeah, it's kind of cute. That's the word. And let's move on to the spotlight for the Invictus launch week. It is the Mirai Fury, and this ship is fantastic. All right. To summarize this ship in one sentence, this is basically a manned turret with an engine. And this is awesome. So we have 2 versions. We have the Fury default and the Fury MX, which is the missile variant with some cool armor. And yeah, and it comes at $55. Fury, this is a dogfighter variant, and then we have the Snap Striker, basically it's a bomber variant-ish. Both at $55. Not bad. I like it. And this ship will have its own video out there because there's a lot of things to go in and out, and unfortunately I don't want this video to go too long. So that's that. Yeah, the Fury, it's awesome. $55. This ship is actually worth picking. But before you buy from here, right, this is one small little thing. What you want to do is you want to go to the Mirai Fury and the Fury MX dedicated sale page. Scroll all the way down because you get to see the Warborn offer. This is important. And if you like ships like me, I love ships. $50 for one, $95 for 2. I would say just pick 2 ships. Even though the twin pack is awesome, but I would say just pick the standalone pack because this ship comes with the most important perk for me. And it's one of those things that have been keeping my spaceship, my buying, it keeps my spending in check, which is the lifetime insurance. And on top of that, if you buy during the Invictus launch week, you get an Invictus flight jacket. This is awesome. This ship is awesome. And that's that, right? I'm gonna end it at here because this one will have its own video by itself because there's lots and lots of things to talk about it. And that's it. That's all I have for you for today's Invictus launch week. We're going to stay tuned for the next video because the next one we're going to cover the Aegis Dynamic, or rather the ships from Aegis Dynamics. We'll always mess that up a little bit. And that's it. That's all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.